black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still, we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black she is everything, so black she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the pot has no words but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says bitch I might be, says nuck if you buck, then says wipe me down. Kettle says yes my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says hell yes, but don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
Mic check, 1, 2. All right. On the 1 and 2 for you, this is DJ Torch coming straight at you right here at the DJ Torch and Friends BWE Live Network. Let's go into a little bit of classroom work. Here we go. Sorry, it might be a little bit boring, but let's break it down anyway. A vulture, a large bird of prey with a head and neck more or less bare of feathers, feeding chiefly on carrion and reputed to gather with others in anticipation of death of a sick or injured animal or person. So I think we can take the injured animal out and just focus on the person part. See, culture vultures know when to attack, and they only attack on the weak cultures. If you notice, they will vulture off of mostly ethnic cultures. And in many ways, they might be ethnic themselves, but they will always vulture off of the weaker culture. And that's what we're going to be getting into today. But before we get started, let me get some shout outs out of the way. We have Indiana Mom, Creative Solutions, Starzay, Feisty Black Tina, Kilo, Conscious Mind Love, and Benji Matsu, or Benjamin with a vlog. So, vultures are not, I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in history they will tussle, with animals a little bit, but they're really basically just looking for the weak and the feeble. So, with that said, let me go to the first vulture of the day. The first culture vulture, actually, I put them way down the list, but I think I better bring them up. I think I'll bring them up right now. And there's not much that needs to be said. Let me bring him up right now. Here he is.
I said you can trust about 90%. I said if you got a good woman, you can trust about 90%. But you better keep that other 10% for you. And within that 10% is the possibility she could leave your ass. Period.
He's probably speaking from experience because, well, this vulture here, okay, who's really not, really, I've seen people who look just like him not say they're black. Let's just put it that way. Okay? He's making money off of dumb black men. Yes. The only type of investment he has in the culture himself is making a woman a mother of 3 without marrying her. And then allegedly lived off of her situation, her Section 8 situation, but then turns around, right? And states that black women put black men out of the house. So let me add this up here. We got a culture vulture who's really not even black, who first sign of altercation will look at black men as somebody else. 2, used black people to the utmost. Okay. 3, has the nerve to say disrespect the black culture. But he's a vulture, so he sees a weakness. He sees a weakness in black men and how weak black men are in our culture. Okay. He sees that he's not going to get any pushback if he goes after our women. At least not nearly as that much, because look at it. Look at it. What, I'm maybe one person who gives him pushback. That's amazing to me. It's amazing and it's sad how weak us black men have become, where we just let anybody in the door now. Look, we are a welcoming culture. That's for sure. But there's a point where you need to protect your women just like all other cultures do. And black men, we are the worst at it. And I'm hoping that will change, but I don't think it will. I was just on a panel the other day, and all I saw there was a bunch of weak black men whining and carrying on, and there was no dialogue whatsoever. There was like nothing there that would say they were civilized. And there's nothing the host could do. There was just too many bad behaving vehicles, vultures, and victims on that were there. I'm not even going to say the name of the place because I like the place. It was just a weird vibe that night. Okay? So this is a funny thing. So we got Angry Man vulturing off of weak black men because, see, he couldn't have done it without you fellas. He couldn't take that money out of our community and take it to his own house without your help. and you let it happen. He ain't even us. That's why he can do this. That's why he can talk the kind of crap he can talk, because he has no feelings for you or the women. Yep. Look at him go. Look at him go. It's not, the thing is really, I don't blame the vultures, because basically somebody had to let them through the door. And I saw who it was the other day. I'll tell you that. Oh man, I saw. It was quite the place. Weak men everywhere. One of them was a fake pastor, had a potty mouth all day, but says he was a pastor. If that ain't some shit. I'm not saying I'm a pastor, but my mouth was way cleaner than his. That's what I'm talking about. That's a weakness. Yelling at people all day out of the blue, especially when there was no reason to, that's a weakness. They don't realize that. That's how far gone these guys are. That's insulting people for no good reason at all. Really insulting people. That's a weakness too. It's crazy. It's crazy out in them YouTube streets. It is crazy out in them YouTube streets that Angry Man is one of the crazy fools himself. Yep. Spicy Black Tino breaks it down. His name is Valdez. How many African Americans do you know named Valdez? Exactly. That's my best vulgar, my best buzzard sound I could make. I'm just not good at that, and I shouldn't be. So, I mean, to me, really, if he was doing something really good for the culture, I have no problem giving a vulture a pass, but that's not what he's doing. Vultures rarely are doing anything good. They're usually really just, what they're doing is they're really mixing things up to make things worse. You guys want to see the leader of the manosphere? You guys want to see the leader of the manosphere? Buzzard number 2. The leader. This is how weak we are, fellas. This is how weak we have become, where we put this woman here, a lower tier woman of no color, a lower tier. White people don't even like her. And you guys embraced her like, oh my God. Made her the queen of the manosphere. Even after the truth came out about her bigotry, and it took a long time. Y'all used to roast me because I was talking about her, remember? Oh, you ain't anymore. You forgot about that, huh? Forgot about that. Why are you saying that about Pearly? Things. Yeah, she keeps it real. She keeps it real. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Indiana mom. Her own men rejected her. Don Harden says, I totally agree with you. This is exactly my read. It's pathetic. Anyone can come in and degenerate. Yeah. Yep, exactly. On stage, the queen, Cyber Dreams. What's going on?
Hello, Torch.
How's your night?
It's about to be shutting down real soon. I got a quick question. Why is the Black community such easy pickings?
Because our weakness. We're weak. We're a weak community. I mean, let's just be real right now. We're we're a weak community. Jim would say that we weren't a community at all, and that's a strong argument. I mean,
Okay, if I agree with Gemini, then we are American. Let's adopt the American ideology. America's strong.
absolutely. But unfortunately, our communities that we are mostly in aren't. But I agree. We should see ourselves as being an American. No argument whatsoever.
And just move out the hood. I want to retort something I said yesterday. I do not live in the hood, okay? I moved out of the hood, ladies, and it is
Yes,
amazing.
it is. It is. Yep. It is. Let's put it this way. Here's the funny part. I'm glad you brought it up, Cyber Dreams. I'm so glad you brought that up. Here's the funny part. Everybody, Black men and women, always talk about we got to get out of the hood. We got to get out of the hood. Do you really think Black men and women would really want to get out of the hood if it was just all Black women in the hood? Why do Black men, why do Black families want to escape the hood? Not to get away from Black women. They want to get away from Black men, including the men that want to leave.
I think it's easier said than done because their behaviors exudes hood behavior. So
Right.
them saying that is just trying to get one up on someone.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
I think we should adopt the mindset of being a American and get away from this blackness.
Hey, it's like this. Black culture has some rich history, but unfortunately, it's not working right now. And the manosphere is a perfect example of why it's not working and why it will not work, because they're
But
not the manosphere isn't even working on the problem. They're just making more problems.
but has it ever worked? See, these people that's melanated, they think that blackness is isolated. But if you look at the history of the civil rights, Martin Luther King didn't advocate for separation. He advocated for integration. So where's the
Right.
blackness?
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, the integration didn't work very well at all. But yeah. And the problem is that unfortunately, by a lot of our behavior, we're not giving ourselves a good account of value. See, the thing about this, ladies and gentlemen, is when you don't show professional or positive behavior, you're not only speaking for yourself, but you're speaking for whoever, whatever group you're representing. So if you're cussing people out, especially for no reason, like not they haven't even said a word to you, you're making yourself look bad and you're making everybody else that you represent look bad. And that's why that in itself, you're giving discrimination an excuse. It sounds weird for me to say that, but you're giving discrimination, which is one of the Black man's biggest enemy, an excuse. Like, well, look at him. That dude over there, he can't hold his temper. He's sitting there over there cussing, says he's a preacher or a pastor, but every word out of his mouth is a word from the devil.
Conscious mind said, we are American, but we need to keep our identity for us just like everyone else does. Colorism would literally end. If everyone is American, there would be no such thing as colorism.
I don't know about that because the problem with if the problem with America as it is now is like people like to separate themselves, even in the same color. Um, Back in the day,
Social class.
we used to call them cliques.
So the social class.
Yes. Well, I wouldn't even know if it would be a social class because it could be a bunch of broke people for all we know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But pretending to be rich, but not being rich, or just stuck up people or whatever. So people like to separate themselves and make their own little clubs, and that causes a problem sometimes. So, yeah. Let me play a little bit of this video here.
Talking about how girls were like sleeping with directors for roles.
I'm doing good. Hey, Miss Pearly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I had a
I just
couple.
like to remind you that this vulture here was known to hold sex parties. So I find it very weird that she's even disrespecting Black women at all about anything when she's doing the most egregious sexual things you can think about. A sex party is not something you should be proud of. Let's put it that way.
Of questions for you concerning the video you did about hating men. Do you remember that video?
But they painted the girls as victims. But I'm like, why'd you do it?
Uh-oh.
And I was curious, what is your stance on the Me Too movement as of now?
The Me Too movement?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Me Too movement.
What about your accusations? Like when you got the guy fired from his job, do you still feel the same way about that situation?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, because I had evidence.
Evidence is not hearsay. Let me keep going.
So if you have evidence,
What evidence was there? Because you said that you were talking to him about showing you were telling him that you weren't getting hit on at school and guys weren't checking for you, and then you said that he told you, well, you know, you're gonna be fine, you have a nice rear, right? So
Notice how she didn't interrupt the interviewer and say, here's my evidence. Notice that.
where, like, you kind of brought that up to him, and then that I'm not gonna say that was right, but it was a bit sketchy.
Here's the point. So personally, I think that's weird. It's not illegal. It's not, you can do what you want. It's a free country. But my sister was coming up and going to be his coach next. Or she was going to be coached by him next. So, I mean, personally,
but
I had evidence. I had evidence. It was
basically what she's saying is she got a guy fired just because she was mad at the guy who might be training her sister. But basically, really, when you think about it, the schools that she went to, they had multiple trainers. They would have just said, well, she just said, just stay away from them. No, this is Karening at the highest level.
just me, there was multiple people. The second that they
Absolutely circle talk.
turned into he would hit on them.
Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here.
Wait, look at Arsenio. He's trying to save her. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them. Obsidian is a sword dealer.
He sure is. In the house, Aquamarine Goddess, Dawn Harden, Prism, Conscious Mind Love, Camo, Benji, Feisty Black Tina, Creative.
You know that guy was black, right, Torch? You know that, right?
Yeah, of course. I knew. I never have seen him or saw him, but the way that I know the vibe and the descriptions, I knew he was black, and by his name, yeah, I do now.
And so this lady down there, she seems like she's trying to cape for that guy.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, in a way. Yes, I would say that.
Prerogative. I think that's weird.
Here I come to save the day.
Hey, let me jump in here for a minute because what Sister George is referring to is your recounting of a situation. I take this was you was in school at the time, high school.
Yeah, it was right after I graduated.
I was going.
helping
Okay.
her.
So you have an after.
No, it wasn't. It was after you went off to college and you came back, man. See, this is what I'm saying, man.
He's trying to help her.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying to he's he's trying to be a handler.
And then the lady down there with the interview, and she's caping for the black guy. I mean, for what? Like, why do you care? He was hitting them. He waited till the girls came of age so he won't get in trouble. And he was taking them down. And he tried to take Pearl down. Something happened. She got upset and got him fired.
Yep. In the house, Nubia Gold.
That means that Mighty Mouse is on the way.
If he didn't have the evidence, he would not have gotten fired. They don't just.
If he wasn't a bandit, he wouldn't have got fired.
You know what's funny is that they don't have to have evidence to get you fired, especially if you're black and they're white and they're wealthy like her father is. No,
And
she's lying, and I can tell she's lying because she's saying she has evidence, but she's not showing any evidence.
She don't need no evidence.
Nope.
She's white. He works at a white school. He's having what's the word for it? It's not becoming for him to be sleeping with former students.
Right.
People look at that as grooming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was dumb. That was very dumb. I mean,
imagine all of the years he's done it.
Yeah.
Coach, but just on the outside looking in, that looks in the.
Oh my God, man.
I'm not a coach. I never have been a coach. I probably will never be an athletic coach, but just on the outside looking in, that looks inappropriate to me.
Definitely. I agree with that. It is inappropriate.
And again, if I didn't have the evidence, he would not have gotten fired. They don't just fire people for no reason.
Yes, they do.
But what type of evidence did you have? Because and then because there was a couple of things, and I
Okay,
know.
I want you to remember now. She asked her for evidence, right? Let's see if she ever brings it out. Let's see.
Video, and there were certain details that were left out,
Mm-hmm.
but it just looked super sketchy. Because he hit on you guys after you turned 18. Now, I'm not saying that that's appropriate, but it's definitely not illegal. And you said that you actually hated men when you're in a space that actually are advocates for young women. You yourself have been an advocate for young women, right?
Have I been an advocate for young women?
Men, period, tend to like younger women.
Of saying that don't wait around until you're a certain age because your numbers go down. Of saying that
on the bitch, you know what I'm saying? I hate this type of shit, bro. I hate this.
Of saying that don't wait around until you're a certain age because your numbers go down. Your sexual market value goes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know that older men with resources tend to like.
Let me pause this for a minute. I have seen the manosphere dog out black women for not even being anywhere near what this woman did to a dude. That's the funny and sad part. The funny and sad part.
Like younger women, right?
Yeah, I know that now.
Well, men,
I didn't know that.
Oh, let me point this out. So one of the elements of being a culture vulture is that the men of that culture, which is black men in this case, need to protect the vulture. They need to enable the vulture. They need to give the vulture a pass. Otherwise, because vultures always make mistakes. They either call you a roach, or they call you a monkey, or they call you something. Something that should be a red flag and should just immediately, eject you from the culture. But the men, they come in and save. They come in and cape, just like Obsidian's doing right now. Caping for the vulture, caping for someone who is helping to destroy our culture even further, and then making money off of it.
When I
And
was
like the Prism said,
In period tend to like younger women. It's just the men that have the resources, and have the means and the wherewithal. Are
but don't you find it very odd that they are caping for people with bad behavior?
Yes. And that's another, something. That's another aspect that I forgot to mention, that all vultures behave badly. All of them. Some might cover it up better than others, but they all behave poorly. Let's move on down a little bit. We know where that one goes. Let's go to the meat of the music.
Well, on a recent episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Erica, Mena, and Spice had
It's
to sit down.
important to not just look at the vulture. It's important for you to see the people that surround the vulture. Here we go.
And talked about Erica and Safari's relationship, but things went left quickly after Spice, out of nowhere, brought up Erica's oldest son not loving her.
It's just the irony of a white Latina woman who's been proven to call not only Black women, but Black people in general monkeys over and over again throughout the years. The irony of it all, because in 2023, here you are actually morphing into a Black woman. Like, you're literally like Black fishing. And then you're
like a reverse Sammy Sosa.
Make it make sense. And I don't care what Spice said. I don't care. We're not watching Barney and Friends. This is Love and Hip Hop. It is the lowest of the low. I used to be part of the franchise, which is why I quit, because you're always set in position to be this vile. Her saying monkey, that's racist.
It is.
It is racist, and you are used to calling Black people monkeys. Period.
Okay, but
Spice should have knocked all your teeth out.
Okay, so let's play devil's advocate, right? Isn't all bets off when somebody come for your kids? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not watching nothing I say out of my mouth, okay? You tell me my son don't love me, I'm going for your neck, okay? Period. Yeah. That doesn't mean she's racist. It just means she just, that's
No, it does. Because where
they
she
always
went
try to be politically correct, Torch.
Well, it's not that. She's literally trying to cover up for bigotry. The thing is that when you make somebody mad, the words they choose for insult is important. I understand that, she was, said something about her kids or something like that, but your first choice shouldn't be going to derogatory terms of race. That's my point.
first thing that came to her mind to defend herself.
Yeah, in a vocal argument, you're going to think of the worst possible things you can say about a person. So, like, I mean, they're both some level of in the wrong. Don't bring somebody's kids into it. Don't racial epithet nobody.
I met Spice one time. This is not personal, boys and girls. I'm just saying, devil's advocate wise, like you come from tell me my son don't love me on national TV.
As a person who doesn't watch that franchise,
I don't watch it either.
Does Erica's child love her?
No, what she explained on the clip, what she did say is, my son loves me, he just doesn't want to be on TV. The first time he did television, he got a whole bunch of back.
See, I don't know why she's trying to cape for the woman.
And she just, where's the intelligence? These people, like I told you before, Torch, these gotta be plants.
Yeah. I agree.
Because the world, the people who owns the studios is just laughing at these people. And then regular women like us in the chat, we get labeled and stereotyped as these type of women.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There's no hope, Torch. I mean, I'm an American, man.
I feel you. It's getting to that point. Well, it's gotten to that point, but it's let's go on and let's dig more deeper into this woman. Here we go.
Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Look, Erica Mena pregnant with her child. Safari Samuel confirms after 1 year split, it's true.
You notice they all break up though.
Yeah.
These prefaces with these black men,
Mm-hmm.
they all end in destruction.
Exactly. And see, again, it's always got to be a cosign. See, these buzzards need somebody to bounce off of. They need somebody, a sympathizer in our culture to do it. So whether it's dude or anybody else. Yeah. No what?
I don't think she's that attractive.
No, me neither. I think it's all makeup. No what says this. She didn't say anything bad about the child. She criticized Erica's parenting skills. Erica was triggered because it's true, and she said what was in her heart. Yep, exactly. I agree. I mean, so and that's the sad part.
She had a child before the twins, the two kids with Safari.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What Kevin Samuel said about the women with children.
Right. Yep. She's supposed to be a leftover, but I guarantee you not. These manosphere dudes would line up all around the corner for this woman.
So why those same standards don't apply to all women? Just melanated ones?
Yeah, that only applies. You know, the Kevin Samuel's insult reel only applies to black women. Yes, that are really black. Yep.
Love and hip hop couple Erica Mena and Safari Samuel are welcoming a second child together. It is unclear when Erica became pregnant, but she appears to be getting closer to her due date. Erica and Safari welcomed their first child together, Sapphire, in February 2020.
I'm sorry, but I'm just out of this culture. So, who are these people? I mean, are they hip hop artists or what?
He was Nicki Minaj. He's connected to Nicki Minaj, or was. And she dumped him. These people just like see celebrities, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they get on these shows to degrade themselves and embarrass themselves, all for money.
That's just crazy.
Now they tell black women, I hear some women say, stop birthing kids into this climate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But these men busting out babies left and right, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, there was some guy I saw some on today on YouTube. He had like 54 kids with 22 women.
Oh, that ugly guy with the glasses?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm saying to myself, there's no way if you got men like that out there and you don't check them, there's no way anything's going to change. Because sooner or later, you're going to find somebody in, somebody weak enough to go for them. And see, that's what these men don't understand. These manosphere dudes don't understand is there's always going to, most people are going to be in a situation where they didn't choose better. So, but if it's easier, believe it or not, the community, it's easier for us to check the men, the 20% of men that they're claiming to be the pookies. And the main problem is better to if they were really trying to sit on that reason, it's easier to control the 20% of men than the 80% of women they're claiming to be choosing wrong. So that's how I see it. Bridget's in the house. Benji's in the house. Don's in the house. No what's in the house. I'm going to play a little bit more in this, but I think we're getting the gist here.
20 after the couple tied the knot on LHHN.
Go to this one.
Here with the queen of dance hall herself, Spice. Thank you so much for joining me today.
And thank you so much for having me.
So, Spice, you know I got to get right into it. I opened my Instagram this morning and I see you all over the gossip blog.
Really?
I see you, yes.
I wonder what it is this time because it's always something.
I want to
know it's spice, so it's always something spicy.
Are you good?
I'm great, actually.
You are.
I'm doing so great. I'm on my, Wusa journey to becoming, this new woman, this new walk. So
I like that
Yeah.
because Spice, if somebody flipped the table at me and called me a monkey,
oh wow,
I'd be, taking off my earrings, ready to tussle a little bit. And I kind of
I feel like that comes with I know what I signed up for.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm in a better space right now.
So reality TV, is it?
It comes with it. You know what the franchise is about. So it's okay.
Let me pause it. Cyber, anytime you see something you want to chat about, don't hesitate to let me know.
Not really. These ladies, it's so tiresome, Torch. It's like, what can we do for Black women's image with women like this?
Right.
Not saying she's a bad woman, but
well, what's
how do we come so far from dignity and integrity, morals? How do we stoop so low?
Cyber, what I've noticed is this. The woman on the left, Spice, who's actually from Jamaica, but let's say women like that, and then the Sexy Red, that rapper girl, they're really a very small subset of Black women.
Yeah.
Very small sub. But the problem is that they're the most visible. They are the most visible. So they're the 5%, 8% of Black women. The woman you see on the right here with the nice dress on, sitting in a traditional stance. That's really the majority of Black women right there. That's the majority. Has a professional job, works at 9 to 5, whether it be government or for business, But the problem is that all it takes is just a couple, Sexy Reds or Spices or something like that. And really, I don't know much about Spice. To me, dance hall is not quite as bad to me, in my opinion, than modern hip hop has been. But that's the thing, and that's the problem. See, and the funny thing is this also, Cyber. I don't think other races are falling for it. I don't think
they can't be. They can't be.
Yeah. I don't.
Maybe the Latinos, because they have that. They're picking up the same tendencies that we have picked up from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
From all the Jerry Springers, like Telemundo. They're high in pregnancy as well. They're high in prison in California as well. So it's hitting them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if we was to say that these is only 5% of Black women, then we're leaning into the conspiracy theory.
It's close to that, because I swear every time I look around, even in here where I stay, it's when I go to work, or some spots that I've been working at, it's mostly, believe it or not, there's like, for every one Black man that has a gig there are 4 Black women that have a gig there. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And this is a a professional environment I'm talking about. So the thing is that I'm glad that at least people seem to be waking up and saying, okay, the rapper girl chick thing, whatever they want to call it, is a problem. And it's funny because half of the rappers that identify with the Black community are not even Black. They're either mixed, they identify Black, but they are not Black.
Now, who says we have to? Who says we have to identify as Black?
Right. But as scientifically speaking, and what I mean by scientifically speaking is for us to, what should I say? For us to dissect vulturism, we have to at least identify as see or identify as Black culture, if you know what I mean. Because
I get it.
Because we couldn't say American vultures. I mean, American culture vultures, because that would mean they're not really vultures. But in this case, we are. But the sad part is that we're put in a position where we can't be proud of our culture. It almost seems like we can't be proud of it because of all the stupidity going on in our communities. Otherwise, we'd be good.
So I'm gonna lean a little bit on the conspiracy side.
Okay.
I remember the Black women, they received some money from what was that big bank called?
Was it Chase?
And someone else, right? They received that
Right.
money, and
It was
then they
like
pop
$5
out,
billion or something like that. Yeah.
and then Sukiana and this other girl popped up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that these are industry or plants. They're paid infiltrators. That's what I'm getting to.
It could be. But the funny thing is that we can't say it's the Caucasian industry because they're, quite honestly, as far as everybody in America, it seems to me that the Caucasian community has less of a problem with Black women than Black men do. I mean, wouldn't you get that vibe? I mean, look, I mean, think about it like this. How between getting insulted by a Black man or somebody who's not Black, right?
Which is worse?
Yeah, not which is worse, because being insulted is being insulted, but who insults who? How many insulting contacts do you have the most from Black men compared to anybody else?
I've had a few. I've never been assaulted by any other race. Never.
Yeah, there's a point. Point in case.
So if somebody said, see, if you know your history, you ever heard of the Black Boule?
I've never heard of that.
Somebody said something in the chat.
Let's see where that's at.
And it made me think of that.
Yep. Welcome, Miss Globe Girl. Yeah, yes, Forbes. Forbes is doing news now. In the interview, is saying taking off her earrings because she's about to get down. I guess they are giving some type of leeway for the interviewer. Let me play a little bit more of it.
Okay, for me.
But it's worth your peace of mind.
I have my peace of mind. Nobody takes my peace of mind away from me because someone's opinion of me does not value who I am, and does not because someone thinks something of me, that doesn't mean that's who I am. I'm the person that came up with colorism a few years ago. I'm Black and beautiful. I'm now bleach, proud. I'm a color. I've been done it, said it all. Always reminding my melanated women how beautiful they are, to love themselves, who they are. Like, someone can't come and say a few words and that's gonna get me into a mood. Like, no, that doesn't define me. I know who I am. So. You know.
when people used to say those words to you, I imagine as a little girl, because I'm a dark-skinned woman too, and I was a dark-skinned little girl in Mississippi.
She's pretty.
So I get it. Did that kind of trigger little Grace Hamilton?
It did at the time, but like I said, now here with you, I'm in a better space.
Yeah.
Because like I said, that doesn't define me.
It doesn't define
at all.
I don't know about
See,
you, but
I don't like that question. You can't
Yeah.
force disparage thoughts on me because
Right.
because she experienced it in Mississippi. Spice just told you it don't define her. So they try to force it's like projection, I guess.
Yeah, right now, quite honestly, Spice is kind of impressing me a little bit. She,
Yeah, me too. I like how she's standing on her square.
yeah.
I didn't like that question the interview asked. I didn't like it at all.
Love that.
So how you doing today?
I'm great. Thank
You
you
look
for
great.
asking. Thank you. Well, Spice, I want to get into your childhood a bit, and we're talking about money. This is
It's like
new.
this. Nobody is super perfect, right? But as far as this, I would take Spice over Sexy Red. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had to choose between two, well, I guess she's dance hall. So usually dance hall you rap and sing. You just do both. So you're just known as a dance hall singer. They don't really have the word rapping in dance hall. But if I had to choose between two of these women, and I'm forced to have to choose between them to represent Black women in an instance, I'm clearly going to take this woman. She's carrying herself much, much more professionally. That's just what I'm saying. I don't know how she is for real. I haven't watched these
Sexy
things.
Red, she's attached to top artists like Drake.
Mm-hmm. To me, it's not saying much though, because it's a hot mess. Modern hip hop to me is a hot mess.
Money.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me what was your economic situation like? Were you middle class, poor?
I would say I come from humble beginnings. So I
Mhm.
would say my childhood was from the poorer class.
Yeah.
I remember I used to walk to school because there was not enough money to, pay the bus fare or the taxi fare. So I used to walk miles to school. That's where it started for me as a little girl. I came from humble beginnings. I have 5 siblings. My 5 siblings and I, we used to sleep on one bed in a 1-bedroom house with my mom and
See,
dad.
I don't like this, Torch. It's like every Black artist has to come up and say they struggle.
Right.
She's from Jamaica. The world knows Jamaica don't have a GDP. That's a poor country. So it's obvious that she came from, why we always gotta talk about our struggle? Like,
well, that's a negative aspect about Forbes is kind of like, they're very conservative. Let's put it that way in mindset when it comes to race. So I'm shocked they even did something like this. Let's put it that way. I'm really shocked. I've never seen them in entertainment news.
My childhood is really what inspires me because I never want to go back there. I know what it's like to go to bed without food. I know what it's like to just have one pair of shoes. So that's where I'm coming from.
So what does money mean to you now versus what it meant to you back then?
Oh, that's a good question. What does money mean to me now? I feel like money now means generational wealth.
She sounds mature to me. Shout out to You Can't Get Laid. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Mena needs to keep it to a minimum. She is out of bounds. I would have smacked her across the mouth so fast. Spice is too slow. Spice too slow. LOL.
And a lot of people assume we all struggle. Like, I've never grew up without shoes.
Right.
And people
Me
treat
neither.
you this way.
Mm-hmm.
treat what it's a word for how they treat you. Oh, I'm so tired.
I know you do sound sleepy.
It's a certain way people treat you. It's like you ever been like I've worked everywhere. You ever been in a high end city
Yes.
and with the you ever came across certain waitress and certain hosts?
Mm-hmm.
They seem so when they see that you're black, it's like they treating you like you're a child. You know how you treat children
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and like you, oh, okay, baby. Oh, that's how they treat black folks because we always talking about some struggle.
Right. Exactly. No, I mean, thing is that this is kind of like the little bit of we're seeing the negative aspect of having to deal with different cultures because they do see us as differently. They do bring up the struggle because guess who brings up the struggle the most? Black men. We bring up the struggle the most.
But it's
So
not a badge of honor.
no, it's not a flex.
It doesn't make struggling doesn't make you look strong. It's your choices in your mind,
Right.
not your struggle. Remember that interview when all those men and they asked the black man, remember the guy with the cowboy hat guy?
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him the first thing, I grew up in the hood. Like
Exactly.
that doesn't make that struggling doesn't give you superpowers, people.
Let me see what Spice. I'm looking up Spice's songs right now. I want to see what she does. I want to see how she performs in them.
Yeah, how vulgar she is, huh?
Yeah. I can't. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's see here. Oh, wait. Oh, she got Shaggy and everybody in there. I can't show it because I'll get tagged.
She twerking?
She did a sit down, but that was it.
She dropping it? I mean, she
Let me
got to
just
do
show.
something.
Let me sit for a second, but okay, let me just go forward because there she is right there. God, I'm so
Wine
tempted
and
to
go
play it.
down.
But no, that's Spice official. I will get hammered. I would have to ask her for permission. 2.4 million. She's pretty popular. Let me wait. Let me.
She's no different than all the rest of them, Torch.
Well, it's hard for me to tell because if you've seen Sexy Red's video, she's literally having it's literally a porn video. With music in it.
I've never seen it. I've never seen
Oh my
Sexy
God.
Red's video.
Yeah, the main rapper dude, I forgot his name. He's I mean, they are literally dry humping. Okay. They are literally, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. They are literally dry humping. So that's what's going down in Sexy Red's video. This one right here, wine come there.
She got what's his name?
I'm trying not to be biased because I love dance hall as much or more than hip hop, believe it or not.
Yeah, but I'm not knocking. This is the climate.
This is kind of
I understand this is the climate right now.
Right.
So
but from what I see, this is not nearly as bad as the other ones, the other
look at all them bandits.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah, that's her. So let me get out of here because I don't want to get knocked. Okay, here we go.
Now, it's not that it brings happiness, but it's able to break generational wealth. Like I said, coming from humble beginnings as a little girl in a 1-bedroom house, my slogan right now is from homeless to greatness, because I was once homeless. I lost my house to fire and I had nothing. I come from $0. I know what it's like to look at my bank account and there's nothing there. And now I'm a millionaire. And so I feel like at the place where I'm at now, it's just breaking generational wealth. That's what money does for me. And that's just what I was eager to do. I was eager to set up
It sounds like if it sounds like either she's been well coached or she has a good head on her shoulders, even though her music, blah blah blah. But that's the way music is, right? But no, sounds like she got a good head on her shoulders.
I was eager to set up for my kids a life that I didn't have. And that's really, I feel like I've done that.
Right.
So I feel like money now just means breaking generational wealth.
It's your girl, Tink Marche.
Good for her. Okay, let's do this one.
And I'm back with another video, and I actually just want to address some comments. You need to talk to Erica Mena, because I believe that's who's trolling my comments, but I could be absolutely wrong. That being said, let me go ahead and get into my commentary. Okay, so the most disrespected person in America is the Black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the Black woman. And the most neglected person in America is the Black woman. And that still stands today. Malcolm X gave that speech in 1964. Remember? This is for you, because I believe it's you that's trolling my comment. You have had a tough year, sweetie, despite the fact that this has been a tough year. I do not have any sympathy or empathy for a woman who stoops to the level of nastiness that you have for years. In addition to calling her a blue monkey, you made the monkey noises.
Wow, I didn't know she took it there. Oh man.
Sealed the deal. Years ago, I was working remote in the collections department, right? And this man called and he stated that he had sent his check over a month ago, but he wanted me to go through all of his financials. And I did. But as I continued to do it, he was doing it in a condescending way. Okay, so what did I send in March 2021? And what did I send in April in 2002, in 2003, in 2004, in 2000, like that? And I'm giving an example because I don't remember the exact years, but he was talking to me as if I was his assistant, and I had to stop him. And I told him, I don't have that type of time. Now, I will put in a request for payment research to find your check, sir, but there is no payment on your account as of today, and I would need a payment in full or partial, whatever. No. He begins to make monkey noises. I had no idea what he was doing, though.
Shout out to Creative. Shout out to Melanated Vessel in the house. Shout out to You Can't Get Laid.
Somebody said in the chat, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
That you can't be ashamed of your struggles and stuff like that. They just chopped affirmative action, right? So you can't use struggling anymore to go to college. You can't use struggling in an interview.
No.
You can't, so I just don't get it. I understand it, but I don't get it. Why is it's always led? Why they lead with the struggle?
Well, I mean, that's I've seen people they use it like they do. They use it as a you can use it as a flex. I mean, it shows you that, if you say I came from nothing and now I'm something, that is really something, because there are a lot of people, I think it's a lot of people that they don't if you already had a silver spoon, don't get me wrong, in the Caucasian culture, they really don't care that much. But if you came from silver spoon and you're rich, it's not supposed to be as much as a flex as if you came from humble beginnings and then you're rich. So I think that's where they're getting it from. Let me keep playing this.
Because I'm doing my job, right? And so he made the monkey noises and he continued for a minute, and then he just yelled out, "You black monkey. You don't know what you're doing, you black monkey." Although this was some years ago and I was on my job, just like Spice and Erica was on their job, it still stung me a bit because I was so taken aback. Here I am trying to assist you, and you have an attitude about your check that you did not send, and it come to find out he never even made a payment. But it sits with you. That type of stuff sits with you. And mind you, mine was not caught on camera. This isn't something that somebody can go back in the archives and play over and over again with Tink Marche attached to it. But we will have to do the same for Spice, because the world is going to forget at some point. At some point, just like Evelyn, which someone dropped in my comments today and told me that Evelyn Lozada is supposed to return to Basketball Wives after she had that situation with OG. And I felt the same way then. If you go down my videos, I talked about the OG and Evelyn situation. Hated it then, and I hate it now.
Bitch, ugly. Hey, Ocho Cinco wanted me. Ocho Cinco wanted me. Girl, bye. I'm your favorite athlete. OG.
That's this, and I tell my black babies this all the time.
That was funny.
They competing for bandits.
What? Yeah.
They competing for bandits.
Straight up. They
Who
are
the better woman for the bandit?
I mean, the thing is that, and that's the funny thing, is that there's no, even as many competent people, both black and black men and women, look at the shows they make. Look at the shows what they make. Love and hip hop. What's wrong with love and business? Love and professionalism. How about just love? Black love. Nope. That doesn't sell. Doesn't sell. Melanated says this. Most celebrities do this. Why? To connect with their audience who are not rich, but everyday folks. To almost humanize them to their viewers. Agents literally teach this. Melanated is correct. I do remember that. I do remember that. I even when I was writing up a little thing for my music, they said, you want to seem like you're out there fighting along with everybody else. Yep. Yeah.
At some point, it's unfortunate. I hope they never have to, but they will at some point. Deep down in my heart, I know they're going to experience a fool like Erica. They're going to experience some type of discrimination towards them because of the color of their skin.
Let me stop this for a minute. Melanated Vessel got a point. Erica almost looks like
she on that Pookie.
Yeah. Yeah, either that or she might have been a dude first. I mean, I know there's a big thing in makeup. Well, I don't know really. But I know there's a thing in makeup where they try to give you a sharp line and all that kind of stuff. So you put on that stuff or whatever. But I think sometimes they overdo it.
But you know what, Torch? What are we actually looking at as Black women? We're looking at two women against each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In a patriarchal system. That neither one of them ladies gonna win. Neither one of them are going to win.
Skin. And if we're not going to accept it, I watched Ashley Miller video earlier, and she made a good point. She said, we were just up in arms and we came together about that Alabama fight when those men, that one dude swam across the river to us.
Yeah, let me pause that for a minute. Miss Globe Girl breaks it down like this. Spice picks fights with everybody. She cussed and carry on because she was not called Queen of Dance Hall. Was it Patra? Was it Patra that was a Queen of Dance Hall? I can't remember. But she cussed when Jamaicans tell her to take her persona and slackness down a notch. Wow. Okay.
Assist his co-worker. And here it is, not even a few weeks later. And we got a Latino woman, which I found out that her mom is Black. But that's neither here nor there. We got this Latino woman on the show calling another Black woman a slur. And everybody is turning up. Well, I'm not going to say everybody, but majority of the comments underneath the on-site post on Instagram.
Good point. Creative ratchetness sells.
You can't even say it. It's so ratchet.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Oh man. Yeah.
It's them applauding this. So, Erica, in addition to you calling her that monkey, back to what I was saying, it's not only the fact that you did that, it was the noise. It's not only the fact that you stated you don't work with black monkeys. It's the fact that you accepted a check, per your words and definition, from a black monkey, i.e., a black woman. You, my dear.
Wow. Okay. Let me go to this one right here. There was something I wanted.
It just shows us ladies in BWE, we can't stab each other in the backs. We gotta
Thank you.
go. We trying to save us from this 4.6.
Mm-hmm. Where is it?
Somebody else come up here.
Let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's play a little bit more of this and then we're going to switch.
You, my dear, have more to be concerned about than my YouTube content and about things that you said while you were at work.
I thought she got fired. Hold on one second, folks. I want to say she got fired. I don't know why I want to say that. Let me look. I'm doing a little research. Welcome to the stage, Creative.
Welcome, welcome.
The beautiful creative solutions on stage, folks.
What's up?
It's chilling like a. I want to say villain, but I've seen my share of villains there elsewhere.
Oh, Erica's pregnant again?
I think she is.
By who?
Right?
Ladies, we over here, we're advocates for birth control and protection.
Not only that, didn't she just go through some PTSD? Like, why would she go ahead and get pregnant again? Like, Lord have mercy. Like, is she not learning? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, according to this, she got fired. Let's see what happened here.
Listen, you know Erica Mena, the one that likes to call people animals? Well, baby, it has come. The clown has come back to bite. Erica Mena has been officially fired. We have the statement from Love and Hip Hop. Y'all, must be Erica's worst year. First, you got no child support from Safari. Then you got two babies
Wait
with
a minute. I thought she was not married anymore. See, I'm on. Hey, look. So, is she single or married?
Divorced.
I don't know. I'm lost too. I hope she's not pregnant again. Come on.
A narcissist, and the way you truly feel about black people, black women, has finally been for the world to see. Y'all, she has been fired, even though low-key, I don't know if they really gonna fire her for just this season or if it's gonna be forever. Let me know what you think when we read the statement. Also, a shout out to Valerie Renee and Sherry Couture for sending this to me fresh off the presses.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is coming from Tisa Tells. Tisa Tells.
So really quick, let's pull up this statement because they did not mince words. They said the Love and Hip Hop franchise has never shied away from hard conversations in our community. Working hand in hand with our partners, viewers will see the impact of Erica Mena's remarks play out in the final 3 episodes of the season. Effective immediately, she will not appear in the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Wow.
Y'all,
Okay.
I'm actually surprised they took such a hard stance, even though, I mean, they are Love and Hip Hop, and it's clear that they use this for ratings, which we can argue the ethics of using this for ratings because Love and Hip Hop is seen all over the world, not just America, and Love and Hip Hop themselves have been responsible for pushing the narrative of black people acting crazy, looking
dysfunctional.
crazy and worthy of no respect because look how they treat each other. Don't argue with me. I've been around the world. I've lived around the world. I know the impact of love and hip hop more than somebody that's sitting on the couch talking about it's just TV. Nobody takes it seriously. They do. When you live in towns that you're the only that you've never seen a person of color, and the only images you have coming through the screen are people acting a fool. That's how you think the culture is.
That's true. She's right. Serene breaks it down like this. She's recently divorced from Safari. Wow. Wow, man.
She looks better without makeup.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm telling
I
you,
agree.
Blackistan would drain you, women. It would drain you, have you looking 80 and you 30.
I don't know. I feel like she's still lost so much weight. I don't even
stress.
Yeah, I don't even think she look healthy like she used to look. Like, she used to look vibrant and healthy and like she been eating. Now she look like she just been stressing and drinking.
She could be on that powder.
Yeah. Welcome to the stage. You can get laid.
Hi, y'all. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather because I got food poisoning. But I just wanted to say, Erica Mena is, and I'm just saying allegedly, but I have to say this for legal reasons, but she pops Molly, takes either Molly's or e-pills, and she's an alcoholic.
Wow. Okay, so that would explain. I'm not saying it's true because I don't know, but that would explain the way she looks drawn out sometimes in some of her photos. Because at least here it looks like her face is at least filled out.
Yeah, her face, she looks like a glorified crackhead, to be honest. No, for real, that's how small she look in her face. It look like her bone structure. She look like those crackheads that be on the street. They still look kind of young, but they look like they haven't been eating, like they've been
Like
stressing.
she fresh out there, huh?
Yeah, like she hard.
Yeah.
I think she's upset with herself because she thought that she was getting a different black man.
Yeah, that's true. Let me play a little bit more of this.
How y'all be watching K-dramas. Ain't never.
Wait, let me. Melanated says this. Mona hired these non-black women. Blacks, blacks suck at any real job of nepotism. Okay, so but still slightly engaged in negative group think on every important thing things. Did I read that right? Let me go on with it.
Been to Korea don't realize the issues with Korean men, not all Korean men, but the issues that is in that society with misogyny, the patriarchy, all this stuff, right? And I know every society has that. I'm not trying to drag Korean society. And you think that everything in Korea is like some K-drama when the chairman's son doesn't care what his family thinks, and now he's going to wife you up. Don't tell me that representation doesn't matter. You go over and look at France.
Safari Jamaican?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
He stay over there too. He fly back and forth.
I didn't know that. So does he make dance hall or does he make hip hop?
He don't make no goddamn dance. You already know that. I don't even think he be making
Yeah, he
music.
doesn't make any music. Can y'all
He make
hear
beats. He make beats.
What do you do?
I don't even know if y'all can hear me.
He was a
we can hear
promoter.
you.
Remember,
Oh,
he used to be a promoter. He used to be a promoter. He used to go around with Nicki Minaj.
So he's a cloud chaser.
Yeah, and then now he trying to find himself. I don't know what he doing now. As far as we know, he ain't got no talent.
Hey, Bomb Cherry says he's a rapper, but that doesn't mean he has any talent.
But could y'all hear me when I said that Erica Mena that she was. I mean, I can't say it for a fact because I don't want to get sued. But Erica Mena takes pills, and she's an alcoholic.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
she was in a club in LA and she was in a VIP. Mind you, she was the loudest person in the club. And I know why she gets into fights because she's just I thought that was just for fun. Like she was just not for fun, but I thought that she was just living that persona on Love and Hip Hop, but Love and Hip Hop. But she's a very
You said it right.
loud
Love and
person.
hip pipe. You said it right. Love and hip pipe.
Yeah, but I guess the subconscious is powerful. But yeah, she's a very loud person. She was acting crazy. I don't think Safari is straight, and I don't think she's straight. Because when she was in the club, she was filling up some girl over there in the VIP section. So I think that their whole relationship is a facade.
But they have children.
Yeah, they have children, but I think that that's a whole. Because if you look at Safari, I've seen Safari in person, and he always wears these lavish, like he wears blue furs, and he's always like really I know like a lot of Caribbean people like they like colors and stuff, but he overdoes it. He wears what are those things like the feathers that you wrap around your neck?
Mm-hmm.
He does that. He's very flamboyant. I mean, I guess that doesn't mean anything, but to me he acts like he is, either bisexual or and Erica Mena, I believe she's bisexual too. That their whole relationship was a facade because
Let's just call it they're fluid.
If you see Safari in person, he has the personality of a wet rag. And he is just very, very he looks really sugar booty-ish. And he looks he's just very flamboyant and he looks very physically weak if you ever seen him in person.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen him in person, but I'll take your word for that.
Yeah,
he looks pretty thin.
He was wearing a fur coat when I seen him. He was wearing a blue fur coat, but I couldn't see how his body weight was. But he just looks like his wrists. How those flamboyant guys are always doing stuff with their wrists. He just looks like I don't know how to explain it.
Man,
their whole situation is a fraud.
Right there, she kind of in a little way in this picture right here. Let me put this up. She kind of a little bit looks kind of like Brandy when Brandy's got makeup on. I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Well, I'm gonna make some people angry. Why get mad at her now when Black women accepted her?
No, because you know what? They didn't treat Erica Mena. They wasn't treating her the way that they were supposed to be treating her because Erica Mena is she's a Boricua, right? She's from Puerto Rico. Well, I think she's half Puerto Rican and half Dominicana. You cannot when a Borican woman when you get in an argument with her, the only thing she's gonna do is start getting louder and louder. Before that even happens, before she gets loud, you need to smack her across the mouth. I'm just telling you the truth. You cannot let that happen because they're just gonna get louder and they're gonna be insultive. And if you don't stop it where it starts, that's the only thing that's gonna be able to stop. I'm just Boricuan. I'm just telling you that. That's the only thing that's going to stop her. And those women, they're from the South, so they were scared. They were kind of like scared because they don't. In the South, the women got they're not loud when they argue. They're more like Southern bellish. You understand what I'm trying to say? And so they don't
soft-spoken.
Yeah, Erica Mena is she's from New York and she's from a big city. So, I'm from Oakland. my family is half Dominican, and I'm telling you, you have to. You can't let that. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to take her because people like Spanish Caribbean women, they can out argue you. You can't out argue them. The only
So
thing that you're
so
gonna have.
you can't get let. So you're saying that black women didn't embrace her in the beginning?
Yeah, they embrace. Oh no, they did embrace her, but when she was in love and hip hop over there, like around other Spanish women, they know how to handle. They knew how to. But yeah, they did embrace her, and I think it's because I think with a lot of black women, black people in general they want to stay ignorant to the fact that they just want to accept everybody. You know, they want to accept everybody. Anybody could come in and say that they're they're black, but they can't. It's not the other way around. You have to really prove in white society that you're white. They're not gonna let anybody in. Like Sinji said, they're not gonna let anybody in, and that's to our detriment. Because like the moment she says something, it's gonna devastate. I guess it devastated. What's her name again? Spice. That's why I
Yeah.
don't. I have to really figure out if a person is racist or not because I don't tolerate the racist stuff, and my fiance don't tolerate racism either.
Let's check this one out. Here we go, folks. Here we go.
What's up, y'all? It's Starla, and if you're watching this, I'm sure you already know that I had to chop all of my hair off. So I'm going to play the videos that I have recorded for you guys, and we're just going to try to make sense of them because I was trying to record and have a mental breakdown at the same time. It was a mess. What's up, guys? It's Starla, and today I'm finally taking out my braids. And of course, I'm going to document the entire process for you guys, so let's get started. It is the next morning, and I'm still barely halfway. I kill myself. In over 24 hours since I started taking the braids out, the whole bottom half is kind of like messed up, and it looks okay right now, but I'm about to wash my hair. So I just got out of the shower, and I have this huge matted section like right there, and there's no way in fucking hell that I'm gonna be able to get this shit out. So this is where I'm at right now.
What the
whole entire
heck?
head
I
is
know.
a huge mat.
How that happen? You supposed to be combing your hair out, girl.
She didn't detangle it. She didn't use a detangler.
She didn't do some.
Yeah. Like we say in the technical field, she missed a step.
Era.
This too funny.
Oh man.
She got a pick.
Ouch. I guess some braids didn't work out. I mean, I'm not a
Lazy. She was supposed to use a detangler and slowly like detangle, but she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to wait, so she just cut it off.
wow. Okay. I'm glad I don't have to.
Yeah,
use a
anything
detangle.
for attention.
Yep.
And then
Yes,
them braids, collect dirt. So you have to take each braid out and put some product in it and comb that dirt out.
Dang.
8-Ball, MJG, Big Boy, Drake 3000, Scarface, Willie D, T.I.P., Young
GZ, Birdman, Luke Easy, Trick Daddy, Young Buck, So Def, Jermaine Dupri, Jay. The 89 cut dog on them Super Bowls. Blood homie, we still cry. Drizzling, Instagram in motion.
That just looks nasty. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
God. Like a
So
dead
that
poodle.
stereotype about them is true, huh?
Man.
Oh God.
Dang. Feisty
She
says
should have
she's
just
one
gave
of
me
them.
$1,000. I would have hooked her up.
Yeah, I'm wondering why she just didn't go to a hairstylist or something. You know?
Attention is a hell of a drug. She just
Right.
wanted attention.
You right, Jen J. Yeah. She in blackface.
Yeah.
You know, I called out Pearl too. That's blackface. What she doing? That rapping?
Mm-hmm.
Jen J, you right. She playing in our face.
Wait,
She's marking her.
Pearl is a rapper?
Yeah, she did some rap songs. And I called it out on another guy's platform. I said, that's blackface.
I want to see that. That's probably a mess.
Oh.
That's crazy.
Benji said she braided herself bald. Oh man. Right. The kick hit it shows the she playing that H-Town shit. Yeah. that was the knock back in the day. I'm telling you. H-Town was on point.
I like Zero.
That, oh my God. She look a mess. And she had a nerve to wear makeup.
You know who she dates. She dates, right?
Wait, one side of her hair is this uneven.
Yeah. I guess she just said forget it.
Who did she used to date?
I mean, she not used to date, at least in this video. Her dude shows up.
So as y'all could see, I actually did try to save my hair for a while, but it wasn't
Where
going to be
was it?
saved. Like
I want to see
it
if we
was
can
just.
finish. He shows up for a second.
The 89 cut dog on them Super Bowls. Blood homie, we still cry. Drizzling, Instagram in motion.
Where's he at?
What is she trying to prove? I mean, I don't.
She's the CV. No, she's the CV. Oh, maybe it was this other one that she was in. Let's check out this one right here.
Okay, so there's a video circling around on TikTok about a white girl that got braids, and it's a whole bunch of people in the comments of all different kind of races telling her to take them out. You better take them out. And she's just receiving a lot of bad backlash. I mean, this girl's on blog sites and everything. So she's like popping her shit, you know, talking shit back or whatever. And so she goes to take her braids out, and she has a big matted mess in her hair. And so she ends up cutting her
for
hair.
her, I would
literally
have charged her $1,000. She was supposed to get her hair permed to get it curly and braid her own hair. You know, she put synthetic hair. Girl, go have several seats, girl. Go have some seats, girl.
But I wanted to ask a question. Like, I don't understand, who are these people in the chat talking about you better take them out? That black women don't care if a white girl braids. We don't care what.
Really though.
So I'm thinking that is Caucasian women in like these liberals in the chat or something saying that, trying to, you know, get some type like be provocateur or something.
You on to something. You on to something.
D Nice said I would have watched her cut it all out and not say a word. Yeah. She probably has filters as well, yeah.
That's crazy. Don't know black women care about what a white girl got going on.
No, black women are the original minding my own business people. That's what I know. I have two sisters. I know that they minding their own business.
So do you think it makes her feel important that she's thinking that black women are telling her, well, you better take the braids out, and like, do you think that, like, sometimes I think that makes these privileged white girls feel better about their low self-esteem. I mean, feel
It
better
probably
about,
does, yeah. I could see that, but
like,
I mean,
all
I'm
we're doing is thinking about them, just sitting around like envying them. Oh my God, well, they're like the standard of beauty, and I'm just like a loser, just sitting here, just thinking about them. Like, I don't know what goes through their minds.
well, okay. We got another vulture on the way. Guess what?
With Ashanti, it is a delicate situation. She is a big part of Murder Ring. The fans want that. Everybody wants that. It's weird. Just how I have my version of what has happened with me and Ashanti, she has her version.
And I have my version. We were still married, but we were separated when they were dating. I was used to it from the beginning, like him going and traveling. I just wasn't used to the women. That was like new, like, where did these hoes come from?
I think
you wanted people to forgive you when you do stuff?
Don't talk about the cheating.
Oh,
Don't talk about the cheat.
I was gonna say something, but I don't want to be too judgmental. No, I'm gonna say it. Look, this guy is a woman beater. Like, okay, I ain't gonna say he is. He's giving me woman beater vibes, like abusive vibes. Like, he's domineering, he's abusive. It's either his way or the highway, And I'm saying from experience, I've been in these relationships before, and he's a control freak. And I really believe that he's mentally and physically abusive.
So isn't he
Typical
like
bandit.
So he's making hip hop and everything, and of course he was successful at it. But he don't seem like it's not like he treated anybody good, I just wanted to pop him up for a minute. I got more fun for everybody. Check this one out right here. I got another one in the mix. Okay, before we do that, let me go here.
The Pookie and Ray Ray, nigga. Huh? Wait a minute.
With content creators who identify themselves a part of the manosphere, because we get too caught up in this label. So what if I'm here for the bag? So what if I have a Pookie and Ray Ray or whatever? I come on and I say I'm sharing my perspective, I'm sharing my story, and I'm saying, hey, they encourage me to go to school, they encourage me to get
So what? So what?
Need to be having panels talking about, oh, is she fake? Is she trying to be in the manosphere? Is she stealing their talking points? If we cannot just see how juvenile that there is a possibility I may never get married only because of how my upbringing was. So that's why I share my story so young girls don't
Wait, has anybody ever heard her story?
No. She said, so what if I got a Pookie and Ray Ray? What kind of...
And she bashes black women in America? Girl, go have a seat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, I love different cultures. I really do. But how are you going to come from another country or another location, right? And ridicule people that you don't know, little about?
Well, for money? Yeah,
that little thing called
probably
cash.
wants a green card because my niece my niece and my sister, she went to Jamaica, and my niece is only 15 years old, right? And she was saying like the little boys over there, they were trying to flirt with her and everything, and the locals were saying that they just want to get a green card because they'll do anything to get out of Jamaica. So I don't know how true that, how it is like in general, but that's what happened to them. And they was, so she probably wants to get a rich American guy to bring her from over there. And plus she's getting a lot of super chats.
Yep, that is true.
It's hard to get your citizenship like by yourself. You have to apply, and then it probably could take like years and years. But she looks like she's upset because she's not getting the results. She's not finding a husband, and you can see it on her face that she's physically, she's upset because while those guys are super chatting her, they're not saying, "Look, I want to put a ring on it."
Yep. Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's been a long time. You'd think she would have been engaged or something by now. Well, she said she was before, but
the way she was talking, I thought that she was married. Like she was already married, settled,
right.
She had kids. She's telling other women how to get a man and to accept Pookie and Ray Ray and people from the hood and stuff. I mean, like I thought that she was already married to a Pookie and Ray Ray.
Do you guys know if she has black women supporters or just more men?
I think she has like maybe of her supporters, maybe 1% are black women.
It has to be mostly men.
Yeah, it is.
She's not a bad looking girl either. So that could be the reason.
Mentally messy. That's her problem. But I got more. I got more fun. Let's check this one out. I got another one and another one. BV.
Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. Is Cardi B pregnant again in 2023? How many children does the rapper have?
Cardi B. Another cultivar. You did quite well though. Very well.
Now, Torch, you read the definition of vulture. Does that describe the black community?
Yeah, because
of the vulture's prey. So
yes.
we're prey to everybody.
Yes, we are. Yeah. Exactly. Not only prey, because prey you still have a chance. Let me see if I can bring it up right now.
Wasn't it an old documentary, How to Sell to the Negro?
Yeah. Yeah. It probably, I haven't seen that one, but yeah. Let me go here. So it's not only that we're prey, but the vultures, they attack that prey that is an anticipation of death. That being the black community. Of the sick and injured animal or person. You know what I mean?
I want to know why hadn't Cardi, like in the early days, Cardi B, why was she not taken off of YouTube? Because there were a lot of girls and young women following her, and she was up there making videos of talking about how she's a dick sucking expert and a whole bunch of deep throating and everything. And she still stayed up on YouTube. How is that possible?
Because she's not the only one saying that stuff.
Oh,
the dudes are worse. So if the dude's music is still on there, why wouldn't hers still be on there?
No,
we had the debate. I'm sorry. We had the debate. Were you here for the debate? You Can't Get Laid with Darnell and Camo about music.
I don't even remember, but I was so busy. No, I don't think I was there.
Now, if these people are vultures, Torch said that the end goal is death, right?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Really, the end goal, really, they're not really. If vultures really end goal is to be able to feed off the dying, but
continuously.
Right, continuously. They're really not trying to kill anything. They're just trying to feed themselves. But in the process of feeding themselves, well, they're killing folks. Y'all check this out.
I just saw a tweet of a man encouraging other men to go overseas to find wives because it's too difficult to find one in America. And what I found mind-boggling about the tweet is that there's still countries today where men have to have land in order to get a wife. A man has to prove to a woman's family he has land, a house, assets, he's financially stable to even get a chance at marriage, a chance at the woman. And then in our country, women tell men, oh, hey, can you maybe not text me at 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night to come over? Can you plan a date with me? Can you maybe bring flowers on the first date? Can you court me? And the men go, this is too much. We're going overseas. We're going overseas. You know what, sir? Good luck finding a woman overseas who's going to come back to this country and work to help pay your one-bedroom rent. Good luck. Because guess what? The women overseas, they want full providers and usually green cards. Good for them. They might not even like you. They just want a green card and they want you to provide. Go off, sis. In our country, which by the way is the melting pot of the world, you can find anyone and everything here. It's a country of over 150 million women. And you can't find one. The women here, some of them work. They don't even want full providers. They just want you to be nice, kind, thoughtful, put in a little bit of effort. If that's too much for you, if you're unable to find your girl in this country with over 150 million women, maybe you're the problem.
Pause it right there.
Yeah, that's my cousin. That's
You know, to me, we have to detox and go cold turkey on the culture itself.
That could work. That could work. I mean, think about it like this. I mean, I think everybody agrees that there's problems with the culture. So, yeah, I can see that being a good point.
I don't think stay overseas.
Now, this is actually culture vulturing in reverse. Check this out. There he is. Let me pause that for a minute. Okay, here's another culture vulture. Actually, this is culture vulturing. The culture vulturing, and this is a complicated situation because this is what you have here. When black men go abroad, aren't they culture vulturing off of poverty-stricken countries? Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Okay, but if a guy vultures off of the black men that are doing that, is he still a vulture or is he not?
You talking about raise and raise?
No.
Funds, pay to play, those kind of things. I can guide you to that. If you're trying to look for meet your girl that you've been talking to online, or you're hoping to meet a girl, that's another thing also. And the other part is just the guys who are, planning to really settle and move to the Philippines fully, right? So that's pretty much the three main parts of what my channel's about. And then understanding like how Filipinas are, because that's the thing. It's like a lot of guys, unfortunately, they hear these basic things about Filipinas, and I start laughing because, to be honest, a lot of the things that a lot of bloggers share about Filipinas baffles me. It just baffles me on how that kind of exists. And so I started off vlogging in the Philippines during the pandemic. I was stuck in the Philippines, so I was like, we were stuck in the Philippines, stuck in my condo. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing some vlogging, whatever. And that's how pretty much my channel got started. And apparently it just started blowing up a little bit. It did pretty good. So we are hitting 20,000 probably by tonight.
20,000 by tonight. Hey, guys, his link is inside the chat. This is Mike, right here. Mike, the man of the hour.
So this
he's
weird.
there. He's up there with him.
Yep.
These are sexless men.
This is weird because I needed to throw in a curveball, and this is a curveball because most of these black men are going to Latin countries, right? And so, but his clientele and his attempted clientele are mostly black men that are looking for pay to play in Latin countries. So if
he's the middle guy, he's the middleman.
Yeah, he is. But see, that's another thing that a lot of people don't understand. See, that's why a lot of these guys are getting kicked out of these countries is because they're really pseudo pimps in a way. Even if they don't directly get the money from the guys that are tricking, they're still getting money through super chats and stuff, okay? And telling the guys where to get tricks from. Listen to what this guy said. Let me go back.
Don't shoot the messenger, guys. Do not. Peso man, that's what.
Well, Razor Rays can fit in there too, then.
And these YouTube.
Yeah, in a way.
Hey, TK.
I'll tell you why he gets away from it, though.
Man, so what's up, man? You know, Mike, you are a Philippine, YouTuber. Please just explain to some of the people that probably don't know who you are. What's your channel about?
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much, my channel is pretty much about just helping guys who are planning to come to the Philippines. Now, there's three main things that I help out with. Number one, if you want to come to the Philippines for a singles vacation fun, pay to play, those kind of things, I can guide you to that.
That's prostitute. He's literally a pimp.
Pretty much.
I mean,
these guys are pathetic. This is pathetic. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's literally telling you he can help you find women, right? What do pimps do?
He said, I can hook you up for pay for play. I can hook you up.
Yeah. Yeah. This is complicated.
Oh my God. Ew. That's so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for them.
Nice trafficking. Yeah, this is trafficking. Man, I'm shocked that this wasn't picked up by the FBI or somebody. Because this is, listen to them again. I mean, I hate to take us off topic a little bit. We'll get back onto the
But you know what, DJ? I just wanted to say something. Those guys that's all they're going. They're going to Colombia, like Medellin. They're going to the Philippines, and all they're doing is run constantly. Soon as they get off the plane, and to the moment they go back on their Spirit airline, the return ticket, all they doing is just running through women. They're not even like embracing, stopping for a minute, looking around, trying to embrace the culture,
right.
Going to a museum, reading a book on the city or the culture. They barely even speak Spanish. So a lot of these guys really don't speak Filipino or Spanish.
Right.
So I'm like, darn, you just like going running through like you're a savage. You don't have no control. You're running through these women and you're not. It's embarrassing.
Oh, 140 people watching. Razor Rays along with Mike's Philippine journey. Guys, man, this guy is an excellent YouTuber, by the way. About to hit 20,000 subscribers. Let's get him there tonight. 20K. Man,
so
what's up,
you can't
man?
get laid. Can I ask you this? What would be their disposition when they come back?
Well, they're going to be mad because they feel like, darn, it's so easy. Like, is it that easy? As soon as I get off the plane, these girls they just like on me, and it's really building up their ego. They know that when they come back, they're mad. So that's why I'm saying that these guys, they shouldn't even be allowed, or they should not come back. If you're going to be overseas, stay overseas, because then when they come back, like, they're trying to talk to the women. They think it's going to be that easy in America, where women are actually making.
I'm glad you said that. Remember, Torch, you had the old girl at the supermarket?
Yep, that's right. Yep. That was on Femi's video. Yep, the one I played yesterday.
Yes.
And these American women are, as soon as they think they're going to be like that in Colombia, and the American women are like, get out of my face. I don't want to talk to you. And so that's why I'm saying that this whole passport bro thing is going to be extremely dangerous, because these guys, they're going to be so sexually frustrated when they get back to the United States that they may end up trying to take it from women. And women.
What about a sexual overload?
Oh my God! When a man can't get sex, I'm telling you, he's going to destroy stuff. Like a man will delete somebody if he can't get sex. I mean, DJ, you know that to be. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not saying you're that type of guy, but he will actually delete someone if he can't get sex. So it's gonna be bad. Like they're going to Medellin, just going to Colombia, going to Cartagena, and it's so easy. They can get like a beautiful woman, and when they come back, they can't even get a woman that's like a 1 or a 2, and then they're gonna be like, I don't know how to say it, but it's really bad. And the alphabet guys, they better be looking at this because it's gonna make a lot of men sexual deviants when they come back here.
Mm-hmm. Let me play a little bit more of this. Here we go.
You are a Philippine, YouTuber. Please just explain to some of the people that probably don't know who you are. What's your channel about?
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much, my channel is pretty much about just helping guys who are planning to come to the Philippines. Now, there's 3 main things that I help out with. Number one, if
his voice sounds feminine to me.
You want to come to the Philippines for a singles vacation fun, pay to play, those kind of things. I can guide you to that.
Pay to play, those kind of things. That's he's a pimp.
If you're trying to look for meet your girl,
I mean,
that
allegedly, of course,
you've been talking.
He can probably hook them up with underage too.
Yep. That's just part of the way it goes in those kind of countries.
Another thing also, and the other part is just the guys who are plan to really settle and move to the Philippines fully, right? So that's pretty much the 3 main parts of what my channel's about. And then understanding like how Filipinas are, because that's the thing. It's like a lot of guys, unfortunately.
So he's selling out his own women.
Yeah. He's a Filipino. Yeah, he is. I mean,
American dollar.
Break it down, creative. Break it down for us.
Nah, he is Filipino. Yeah, basically he's selling out his own woman, and I've been to the Philippines, and certain parts of certain areas are really, really raunchy. Like you could see the streetwalkers, you could tell they're streetwalkers, and some of these women have numbers on their chest. So you could rent a woman for the whole day, like literally for the whole day, and tell her what you want her to do, sit here or sit there. A lot of men go to the Philippines and they like empty out their bank accounts because of these women. And if you don't pay them, they go call the police. They don't play that. They want their money.
Damn.
They hear these basic things about Filipinas, and I start laughing because, to be honest, a lot of the things that a lot of bloggers share about Filipinas baffles me. It just baffles me on how that kind of exists. And so I started off vlogging in the Philippines during the pandemic. I was stuck in the Philippines. So I was like, we were stuck in the Philippines, stuck in my condo. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing some vlogging, whatever. And that's how pretty much my channel got started. And apparently it just started blowing up a little bit. It did pretty good. So we are hitting 20,000 probably by tonight.
20,000 by tonight. Hey, guys.
20,000.
This is Mike. Right here, Mike, man of the hour.
Yeah. I mean, pandering to men is really big business. It really is.
So it reminds me of something Queen always saying. She don't say just black men. She said all of the men in the world.
Yep. Shout out to Alexandria Canty. She says we are going to have a bullet for all these demons.
Girl, we don't have enough bullets.
No, but you know what, y'all? Did y'all notice that?
This is scary.
It's getting bad out there, DJ. It is getting bad. Women are being more and more sexually harassed. They're being stalked, followed.
Yeah.
It seemed like it's just because there's so many more and more lonely men out here, especially in the black community.
So you can't get laid. You think that's the results of them going overseas and being overloaded with sex, and then they come back to America?
We don't know if they get overloaded with. Well, they are paying for it.
I was just. It's not. No, it's. Yeah, that's one of the reasons. Like the guys that do go overseas, because they can't get sex. And when they come over here, I'm telling you, they're going to be angry. They're going to be mad, and they're going to. That's why I'm saying they shouldn't come back. But I don't think it's the result of going overseas. I'm just thinking, this is why I believe more and more men are just becoming more lonely because women are becoming financially independent. And they don't really need men like that. They saying, look, I don't really need a man like to financially. This is not back in 1920 where you had to see. I don't. In Latino countries, the women depend on men. In these foreign countries, the women just 100% depend on men. And over here, women are independent. So it's just a lot of lonely guys because women ain't checking for them. That's what I want to say, and it's going to result. I did not think. This is the last thing I wanted to say. I didn't think that it would result to men trying to grape women, but that's what it's looking like. Because
you're saying that these men they run through the women overseas, right? They come back angry because they haven't read up their money yet to go back. So what do they do in the meantime? Harass women in the U.S. That's what you're saying.
Their anger is going. Okay, their anger is going to fester. They're going to have a lot of resentment.
We see it now. We see this now. Show her the clip, Torch.
Somebody come get their family member.
That's right.
Following me.
That's right.
Yep. Bye. You're not getting in my car. You tripping. Nope. You're not getting in my car. I unlocked my door, but you rushed to my passenger. You're not getting in my car. Sorry.
Camera first.
Yep, you are on camera.
Hey, look, she can't trust the most
No,
trustworthy nigga.
I already told you I'm not single, so I don't know why you following me.
Look. I even help bitches that's drunk. I don't even rob drunk bitches.
Do you guys hear what he's saying? And that's supposed to be romantic.
He said he helped drunk women.
I thought he used the B word actually.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying what did he say? I want to hear what he said. We didn't really
get in my car. I unlocked my door, but you rushed to my passenger. You're not getting in my car. Sorry.
Camera first.
Yep, you are on camera.
Hey, look, she can't trust the most trustworthy nigga.
I already told you I'm not single, so I don't know why you following me.
Look. I even help bitches that's drunk. I don't even rob drunk bitches.
I don't care.
Oh, he said he don't even rob drunk women.
Wow.
Well, you see him. He had his fist balled up while he was following her.
Yes, like he was considering assaulting her. He thought about it. He just didn't know that he was giving out that message. But you don't ball up your fist if you want to try to get a phone number. You know what I mean?
And this is in broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
Yeah, he ran straight to the passenger side. Can you get away from my door so I can get in my car though? I don't even know
she's
you.
being nice.
Delete that camera. I'll grab that phone from you. Break it.
And then
You gotta hear that. You gotta hear this. You gotta hear this.
I don't even know you.
Hey, delete that camera. I'll grab that phone from you. Break it.
And then you know what? All these witnesses out here.
You hear that? Erase that phone.
What if he been overseas already? He looks like a typical passport bro.
Yeah.
He looked like a manosphere bro to me. Like
that's how they look. He looked like what's his name? Rollo. He looked like Rollo.
Yeah. Check this out.
Look. Well, can you get away from my car?
Yeah, but delete that recording.
I'll delete it as soon as I see you start walking.
Oh, you can't get laid. You're on to something.
You just follow.
Remember before the passport movement, were men as vocal and angry like this before the movement?
They weren't like approaching women. Like they weren't like stalking and harassing. But
now they are.
Yeah, now they're physically I noticed that. Yeah, now they're physically approaching women. Like
This is after the movement though.
The past, yes. Yeah, I did. Now that you darn, I just thought about it. Yeah. Well, it could be because of the passport bro movement.
Because I asked you, what's their disposition when they come back? You said they're angry. They become stalkers and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're basically angry because it's not.
They're not getting the overload that they got overseas.
Yeah, like a woman, they could go to a club. Women would just approach them because they're working, like they're working girls, and they would approach them, be so nice, and like, hey, big daddy, what do you grab them by their crotch and everything, and they in heaven because they see beautiful women that's like 8 and 9s coming up to them and flirting with them, and then after that, it's just easy. Like you scored already. I mean, you already in. So then when they come back here, it's like nobody wants to talk to them. Women are like shunning them and like saying, "Ew, get away from me." So
that's what this woman did, and he followed her to her car.
Yeah, that was crazy. This Globe girl breaks it down like this: he shouldn't even have gotten that close to her. I agree 100%. That's when the Glock should come. at least the pepper spray. Why is she talking to him?
But DJ, a lot of people would say, "Oh, well, she's smiling. She thinks that it's cute. She likes the attention." But a lot of people smile, like when they're nervous, they smile.
Yes, I agree. You're correct. You're absolutely correct. There are people who can be scared and worried and smile.
I said I was one of those people because I said that she underestimated his approach.
Yeah, let's watch a little more.
And then you following me to my car. So actually, I'm gonna go back to the store because you're out of line right now.
She ain't smiling no more.
No, she knows there's a problem. She knows there's a problem now. That I do agree.
The camera. First of all, delete that shit. You're gonna get away from me. Yeah. Get away from me.
There's nothing he can do, even if she deletes it on the phone. It's already in the clouds.
I'm waiting for you to delete that shit. You're not about to make no money off of me, cuz.
This
Nigga,
is so scary.
ain't nobody making no money. First of all, do it look like I need to make some money off you?
Yes.
No, I don't. Look like you need to make some money off of me.
Yeah, you nailed it, Indiana mom. That's a nervous smile. She's worried about him following her home, and I'm telling you, you don't want to walk to your car and being followed by somebody.
And unless she has some serious skills, she been in the army and she's like a 3rd degree black belt or something. If he attacks her and hit her like a man, she's going to be unconscious or even worse. And he could it's very, very, I don't think that a woman that's untrained could take the hit of an adult man. So if he was to hit her, he could easily, without even that much effort, knock her unconscious.
True.
But you notice since the movement of these men going overseas, haven't you noticed a lot of videos of similar situations? The lady that was at the carnival, the guy tried to compliment her. He goes off. The young man who tried to grape a lady in the gym in their apartment complex.
I remember that.
This is sadistic. Their movement is sadistic.
Miss Globe girl, I agree with you. She may be trying to de-escalate too by talking to him conversationally, and that's actually a tactic. I mean, that's actually a tactic to try to help them ramp themselves down. You can calmly talk to them in a friendly way.
That's
So
not
if I was her, I would have got my track shoes out.
I would have just not engaged in conversation with him. As soon as he would have walked within I would have maced him until you can't just mace them one time. You gotta mace them until they
fall down. Yep.
Yeah, or they're covering their eyes. Then you can run.
Right.
But you know that she said that this is not the first interaction. The first one was inside the store. We don't have the video for that.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
We don't know how long she was in the store.
more.
No, it's not. That's why you.
Did you hear what he said? Now he's starting. Sorry. Uh-oh, here he comes.
He
You know
said,
what I
F
mean?
these black women.
Yeah.
Make some money off of me. No, it's not. That's why you.
Man, hold on. Delete that shit. Hurry up, cuz.
Can y'all call 911? Can y'all call
He's worried
911?
now.
This guy just followed me around the store. And
You heard what he said? I don't mess with you women no more. He's been overseas, Torch.
Yeah. Isn't that scary? Isn't that
Can y'all call 911?
you notice how she's not really holding the phone right anymore? And like it's in the sunlight now. She's not even caring about, the angle anymore. Before she was caring about, she's worried now. She's scared. She is straight up scared.
This guy just followed me around the store. And he just and he tries to follow me to my car and get in my car.
Hey y'all.
That's crazy or what?
That's why you have to have your mace on you or a taser. You have to have it. You can't, as a woman, you cannot, like, I don't care if you say, oh, well, I forgot to go. I don't feel like going back in the house and getting it. You still have to go. You can't, it's getting bad out here. It's getting bad out here. I mean, I can't, I'm not being over dramatic. I'm not a dramatic person, but I'm telling you, me being a person who has it, can foresee things, it is getting bad for women. Women need to take protection everywhere they go.
So is it safe for us in this space to draw a connection with that movement and the harassment?
I would say, let's put it this way. It doesn't help. I mean, the movement doesn't help. I mean, what they need to do is stop spending the money on the plane flights and go get some therapy. But you know how they feel about therapy.
Wow.
Let me go back to...
Yeah, but they're all in the same. I believe that the Passport Bros, the Manosphere, Red Pill, they're just the same. I think that they're the same thing.
Yeah, they're all real. They're all related. Absolutely. Absolutely. One more. Check this out.
What is your biggest red flag? You can't cook. Oh, okay. Why? They need to cook for you. Yeah. They need to be a bit like your mom. Yeah. All right. And what about you?
If she's not good looking and she can't perform what I want to perform, then she's not good. And if she's a gold digger, then it's like, no.
Children?
Yeah. All right. What about
you? No.
Praise God, no trouble at all. But never give me no high school trouble. Now he's in college paying him one way. And just the other day him asked me and him father help him because him say him want to pay him way. So I'm pay him way. Because I do believe that we should support our children and we see them do good and take off the pressure off.
My bad.
What is your biggest red flag? She can't cook. Oh, okay. Why? They need to cook for you. Yeah. They need to be a bit like your mom.
Okay, let me pause that.
All right, and what about you?
If she's not good looking and she can't perform what I want to perform.
It's worse than we thought, ladies.
Yeah, even the kids are getting into the mix.
Yeah, but they don't have any guidance. That's these older guys not caring about, like, they just telling them, look, like, you if a woman don't cook and clean, why you sit on the couch all day, like, don't even bother with her because there's too many women out there, which is a lie because they're going to find out that they don't have these options, not in America.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Just go overseas. Just stay there. Stop coming back. Stop making YouTube videos talking about you coming. We don't want you back.
Yeah. True. Well, anyway, what can we conclude today about culture vultures? You can get laid. I'll let you start.
Well, I can conclude that these people, I don't know. We need to stop letting these people into our community, and we need to stop allowing them. If you don't allow people, if you stop paying these people attention, they try to come in your community, ask you questions like, "Where's a nice braid shop I can go to?" Or, you know, like if you just tell them, "Look, just to get out of my face." Stop. Just give them a cold shoulder. The point is, if you keep letting them in, they're gonna keep doing it because they're gonna parasite off of the culture. Everybody want to be black until the police come. So that's all I got. Stop letting them in.
Oh, I forgot all about this one. This is very important. Sorry, interruption. Here we go. Can't forget
How
it.
to Be a Successful Black Man, a book written by Dr. Daniel LaRoche. Let's go.
Long time, but I want to transition, and I think it's a perfect segue to transition into the next topic, and that's pretty much Negroes getting paid off, too. But now Tyrese, man, he put up some interesting, DMs from DJ Vlad of Vlad TV or one of his representatives, but it's his company, so we can say him, right? Now he put in the offers that you can see right there, he pretty much was asking Tyrese for an interview. First, he offered him $5K, and then he offered him $10K. And this was back in, looks like 2001. I'm not sure when the most recent.
21, right?
Oh, yeah, 2021. Yeah. And another one, December the 29th. I'm not sure what year that one is. But Tyrese got offended and said, "Your ass is hurting. Because even after you offered me $10K, I turned your corny ass Culture Vultures show. Right? Turned down your corny ass Culture Vultures show. Haven't you used black people enough? What's dude's name who talks off camera who owns Vlad TV? Can we pull your tax returns? How much is he leeching off the black culture? This dude already had 4 people up on the show randomly, keeps bringing up my name, laughing about my divorce traumas, laughing about my crime video, and trying to milk my traumas and pain in the clickbait for his goofy ass show. Do you know who I am? You know I can F your whole shit up, right? Every established artist, when he hits you about an interview, leave his...
Wow. Okay. So basically, the culture vulture of the day has got to be DJ Vlad.
Oh, yeah.
He's not. I don't have his pic. Well, I can bring up his picture. I just can't play his videos because he is very mean when it comes to when you play his videos. He is going to strike.
Supposedly, he date black women too.
Yeah, exactly.
Ew,
he's the vulture king.
They got pookie white boys.
Let's see if I can bring this up. Come on, hurry up. I don't know why it's taking so long.
But those dudes go up there freely, though. He don't force them guys. So right. Tyrese needs to calm down.
So let me fast forward it.
Boosie, stay on there.
Yeah. Which it tells you, this is exactly what I mean, is that vultures, they attack the weak. And as much as people, and Boosie is seen as a, Alexander, it's good seeing you. Boosie is known as a leader in the community. You see what I'm saying? So, and if the vultures are attacking Boosie, right? What does that tell you about the remaining of the other men in the community that follow Boosie?
Boosie volunteers though, Torch.
Yeah.
He freely goes to that man's studio.
All day, every day. He's there all the time.
Showing his different outfits.
Yeah.
But you know what? I just have to say this. Black men have been giving away their culture for thousands of years. So this shouldn't really surprise anybody. Like, they've been letting people just take, and I'm doing a video about that Tuesday, but they just let anybody take over their culture, their land. All you got to give them is a woman of non-color, and that's it. That's all. I mean, I'm telling you guys the truth. Like, they don't care about protecting their legacy or culture or anything. As a collective.
Somebody mentioned Adam 22. I might as well get him out here.
No Jumper is one of the most influential.
Let me pause it because he might have the same, There he is right there. Adam 22, thanks. The Kang hit a show.
So you
know?
can get late. If they felt that their culture was priceless, is the black culture priceless? Is it something to hold on to? Because they freely
Apparently
give it
not.
away for thousands of years?
Well, they've been.
Was it even precious to begin with? That's my question.
No, well, not to black men. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to be cruel, but I have to tell the truth. Apparently, not to black men. It has not been. It has not been as important as having access to different races of women. Like when the patriarchy was, when the world got taken over by patriarchy, it just really destroyed the black race in general, in my opinion. And as long as as long as black men have access to different, like, vagina, he don't care about no rules, no government, no legacy, no nothing. I know that nobody believes me, but that's the truth.
Good point. I mean, you're actually true. That's actually right. I mean, it's actually. I mean, we see that play out every day. That's what the black manosphere tells their men, is that they only care about rating women. They're the ones who made up sexual market value. It wasn't black women who came up with sexual market value. So that right in itself tells you what the priority, it seems to be, at least with the black men in the manosphere. So, and they represent a large portion of black men in general. So I don't know what to say. I mean, I wish I had a defense for that, but I don't.
What I'm trying to say is white men have built a system that cannot be penetrated.
No, that's not. No, that's not true.
How is white people's culture being
no one is
vultured?
Is white man's culture well, white men, I mean, I know that I'm in a relationship with somebody of non-color, but if you look at the history, white people as a collective, I mean, people of non-color as a collective, they've never had really a culture, like a sound civilization. You can't even look at record and see where they had a civilization. All their civilizations have been
cultivated. I understand that, but we talking about America. America is a culture itself. American culture.
America is a culture. America is it is a culture if you talk about laws and government, but America makes up different types of cultures. America is a melting pot, but when it comes to law and government and legislation, yes, it's a culture, but you really can't I really can't say America is a sturdy culture. It's not really like,
it's a melting pot because they need a working class, but it was built on something.
Right. But basically,
so I'm asking was the black males, because you said they give it away for thousands of years. So I'm asking, was their culture built on something that couldn't be penetrated?
What do you mean, the people of non-colors culture?
Black people, black men.
Black men, was they built on a culture, something that couldn't be penetrated?
Or has it been shabby from the jump?
No, actually, we had a sound culture back in ancient Egypt. We were the first civilization. We created civilization. So, but if you steal something from someone and say it's yours, anything could be taken if you have enough force. If you use force, and you use intimidation, and you brainwash the people into believing what you want to believe, then anything could be taken over. You just have to, if you got the right army, the definition of war means we are right. You know, and if you have the bigger army, and you take that culture from someone, you take all their belief systems and you change it to the way that you want to change it into, then yes, you can. Anything could be penetrable. Anything, like for instance, today or tomorrow, China could come into America if it has a better army, and it could say take over America. And then, you know, all these people could be Chinese in the future running America and say this is the American culture. Anything could be penetrable. If that makes sense. If you can understand what I said.
I
mean, you name Egypt. Egypt fell. Ethiopia fell. All of these countries that we supposedly had fell. America hasn't fallen.
Well,
but you have to remember, though, I'm not defending Egypt, but it was around for a whole long time before it fell.
Yeah, and Egypt was actually just it was a part of the Ethiopian Empire. Egypt was like a university. It taught Egyptian cosmology. It was a school that taught all of these. But so, you know, it was the first civilization. It taught a lot of people from different cultures. It taught them. So
yeah, the Library of Alexander. I'm very familiar, but I'm trying to get what you're trying to say about we talking about the black males culture. You said they freely give it away. They've been giving it away for thousands of years. That's including Egypt too, right?
We've been conquered by religion. You know, if you take a man's belief system from him, you can't go in there and you have to take a man's mind and what he believes in. If you take that away from him, then you can conquer him. They can conquer him mentally, spiritually, mentally. And when you conquer somebody mentally and spiritually, then you have conquered them. You could conquer somebody physically, but if you take their mind, they can always come back and you know, try to fight back. But you know, it's a long story. But black men just gave their culture away when the patriarchs came to the world, and they made a deal with the people of non-color and invading. I go into it on my video Tuesday, but it's a long story. So you know, it has to do with black men giving their land and making deals with these people of non-color for access to vagina. I know that sounds crazy, but it's the truth.
So basically, black men, most of us sold out for vagina to other cultures because
they wanted access to women of non-color. And when that even happened all the way in when the Moors were established, and they made a treaty. They was making treaties because they said to the Andalusian people that we are going to rule the world as brothers, both, you know, black and white. It doesn't matter as long as we're we practice Islam. We're going to rule the world. But the Spain